Now, I'm taking the privilege to invite our next speaker, Mrs. Vandana Maheshwari. She's representing the Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs of India, known as COWE, and it is a not-for-profit business organization with more than 1,000 plus members and comprising of women entrepreneurs from diverse fields. COWE is truly a national body with chapters in 10 states of India and 4 more being added this year. This organization provides a woman entrepreneur and a facilitative culture through training, counseling, knowledge sharing, knowledge exchanging, hand holding throughout their projects. This organization is registered under technical agency under the NIMSME and is registered as a hand-holding agency on Stand Up India portal. It is on the board of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, which is MSME, and National Small Industries Corporation, NSIC, of the Government of India. Welcome, ma'am. My question to you is, since you are leading this organization with so much of social impact, how yoga can help future leaders to lead the society with more effective strategies? Your views on this, ma'am.
Thank you, Paulami. Thank you for that question. How I would like to explain it is yoga means a lot of physical and emotional well-being. It teaches us discipline, helps increase concentration and focus, which in turn helps a leader think clearly and act with confidence. And that helps in keeping the mind calm and peaceful. So yoga also helps us broaden your thinking, which helps increase creativity. And creativity could be one of the most important leadership skills in the current scenario. For being a good leader, one needs to be very open to new ideas and constant change, as she or he has to lead the change. So yoga would be very, very beneficial in helping in the flexibility and to open up the mind. So that's how I feel these could be the effective strategies to lead the society.
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Thank you so much, ma'am. Any message from you to all the participants on World Yoga Day?
Yes, yes, follow me. A very warm and happy evening to everyone, and greetings from Confederation of Women Entrepreneurs of India on the occasion of International Yoga Day. I feel honored and privileged today to share screen space with Major General Dogra. Thank you, sir, for taking us through your journey. We at COWE India would love to have an inspirational and motivating session with you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Kaushik, for inviting me on this forum today. What better day than today to talk about entrepreneurship through yoga? Entrepreneurship is a footprint left by a series of efforts done right. Quintessential entrepreneurs have a number of characteristics that contribute to their success. While some entrepreneurs possess that touch of gold, other entrepreneurs would do better by honing their skills. The benefits of yoga is something that mankind agrees on unanimously. It is perhaps due to this reason that the International Day of Yoga is observed on 21st June every year to spread awareness about the effects of yoga on the mental, physical, and spiritual health of people. The broadening awareness about the importance of health during the COVID era surfaced with a reflection of our unhealthy habits and initiated much required dialogues around fitness and mental and physical health. At present, yoga has a very good impact on our life, and it is very demanding in today's lifestyle, and students are seeking to make career in this field. So the scopes are vast and varied. There is a great career scope of yoga, not only in India, but also abroad. And with the Zoom technology, I think you can reach out to anybody, anywhere. So there is no limit to expanding your horizons. Yoga is an ancient art and the natural way to keep our body fit and healthy. It not only helps physically, but in improving mental health. Fitness is the call of today's world and has raised the need of a yoga teacher or instructor on the global platform. So if you have passion for fitness and good business acumen, It makes good sense to start up in this field. Now, yoga and fitness is a big business in India. According to a report by Deloitte India, the fitness industry in India is growing from 16 to 18% per annum. The wellness market in India has registered a growth of 18 to 20% to touch a market size of approximately $700 billion. Pooja Borkar is the co-founder of Juru Yoga Mats, and she takes pride in the fact that her product is eco-friendly. During one of her trainings, she found that most yoga mats were uncomfortable. After research, she learned that most of these mats were made out of polyvinyl chloride, which is PVC, and were mostly US brands. Convinced that a better, comfortable mat was needed, Pooja started talking with local manufacturers and brainstormed on how yoga mats could be made better. Finally, she readied a sample. The name Juru is portmanteau of jute and natural rubber, both indigenous Indian resources. With feedback from users and research, she kept on making improvisations, and finally, at an exclusive yoga festival, she unveiled a cork mat, which was natural and did not compromise on the grip. Priyanka Nair of Pia Yoga introduced blindfolded yoga, which brought her into the spotlight. She believes that a daily yoga routine imparts a sense of mindfulness, gratitude, and better health. She conducts classes and workshops on Ashtanga and Hatha yoga, anatomy, alignment, chakra balancing, prenatal yoga, sound healing meditation, and pool yoga. Did we ever hear of so many kinds of yogas at all? So yoga is not just restricted to normal asanas. Anam Care Kara Yoga Retreat was born out of two of Natasha Mahindra's passions, travel and yoga. Her company takes people on yoga adventures and are not confined to training centers alone. Astha Gulati of Dhari is a sought-after fitness instructor who combines yoga, aero yoga, Pilates, and Zumba. As for Rinku Suri of Yoga 101, while on a vacation to Cambodia, she happened to visit a yoga cafe by fluke and got inspired to set up Yoga 101. Her one unshakable belief is that yoga becomes a way of life in deed, speech, and fitness. Her studio has a common area where people can relax and read books. Rinku believes yoga has always been a part of the Indian lifestyle, but the hurdle, she says, is in bringing people to practice in a studio. But her studio is slowly gaining momentum. And of course, our very own COVE member from Tamil Nadu, during the pandemic, understanding the need of the hour, Ranjani started her own online yoga studio and is making a mark for herself now. Maybe you don't think of yourself as an entrepreneur. Maybe you don't think you have a skill that can lead to an entrepreneurial endeavor. But take it up from us at COVE India, you need to keep your eyes open for opportunities to push yourself to a new level in your career. You never know where it can take you. Stay home, stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your thought-stimulating speech. And also we came to know about a lot of things on entrepreneurship and how yoga can promote entrepreneurship. It was really inspiring. And of course, it made us more aware about yoga. Please be with us. After this session, we have another guest speaker. Then we'll take the question and answers from the participants. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.